Hey guys, Luna here, and we're back with Pesterquest. Last we left off, we made good friends with Jaden to become the happiest girl in the world because she had a slumber party. And the lack of an apocalypse is your favorite part. Now we're going to be going on to the expected shipping befriended Karkat. I never learned the proper pronunciation of his name. And so, any particular warnings for him is that there is suggestive themes, parental death, mentions of suicide, state-mandated murder, blood, and swears. And obviously, as general, the general things that Pesterquest has is adult language, violence, and innuendos. So, let's get right into it, shall we? Volume 1, Route 1. People like us. Confident that your new friends, I'm just gonna write that, it's Volume 5, Part 1. Confident that your new friends are safely sleeping off a rowdy night full of snacks, video games, and taxidermy, return your thoughts to dreams. Jade Dreams. That fascinating, shining place that feels familiar. The way the dream does. Possibly it feels like a place that you should be right now. You got a brand new zap sense, and it hasn't failed you so far. It allows you to befriend several emotionally volatile teens in precarious home situations. These powers won't let you down. So you zap to the dream world. Turns out you can fly here. Rad. You drift around for a little bit, admiring the glittering towers, waving lazily to all the various dream NPCs, to the companic dome with an open window. Inside, a troll boy with nubby horns and a silly outfit lies curled up in his dream bed, sleeping soundly. Aw, looks so peaceful. You imagine this is a very peaceful troll boy. Perhaps you should strike you as strange that you immediately know what this alien race is, but nah, we don't have time for that. Nobody has time for this. Abruptly, the boy vanishes. Oh shit. You follow him without hesitation. Zap! Luckily, your powers seem oriented to specific people rather than places. You figured it's because this is a character-driven narrative. Yeah. You find yourself in a dim rest block. There's a bookshelf and a desk and clothes hung up on pegs on the wall, but instead of beds being there, it's a small tub of green goo. What the fuck? The gravely voiced tinge of the maniac crashes over you in a furious wave. You go back from the onslaughts. I wake up to another glorious night of the universe applying its globes directly to my face in the most hilarious and juvenile way possible. I'm used to this, okay? I'm not saying this is anything new, but this is just the next fucking level. You finally adjust enough to see the same troll boy from the dream world. You appears to have fallen asleep at his husk tops. Some crumbs are stuck to his face where he's pressed to his desk. He's got a zodiac symbol on his shirt, whichever one is the sideways 69. Nice. And man, he is angry. Like, way angrier than a normal person. You stay in this crumbling excuse of a hive, rig this place with early warning systems, and what's my word? A deformed blue blood teleporting into my rest block like a fucking... You zap out of there because damn, you don't know what kind of early warning system he has, but whatever predator it's meant to keep away, all he would have to do is shout at them. You pee on a nearby hill about 100 yards away out of from the hive. From the outside, it's large and meaning with square windows and unnecessarily number of balconies. Although who you are to say what's necessary? Maybe this dude really likes balconies. He could possibly use the fresh air. A couple of similarly large lopsided hives scatter the skyline. Hives. You're unsure how you know that they're called that, but it feels right. Maybe because of the organic intellect architecture, like they were grown instead of built. You clearly aren't on Earth anymore. The sky is black and the bushes are purple and there are two moons. Neither of them is your gold moon, though. You think maybe you should be freaked out by this strange alien land, but nah, you're a seasoned friend adventurer by now. Besides, I like it here. It's comfortable. This is a pretty good hill. You sit for a while thinking about this hill and this universe and your place in it, until the sun starts to cross over the distant horizon. Hey, idiot! The troll boy leaning out of his front door. You're sitting on the ground waiting for sunrise, so you're either a J-Blood or a moron. And I know the only J-Blood who lives outside the cabins, and she's a lot better looking than you. So what the hell, who are you? You're not a troll. There's a substantial gap of grassy hill between the two of you, but you can hear him just fine. He has a talent for projection. You stand up and brush the dirt off your butt. He seems a bit less angry now. Let's see. Step right over. No point of wasting daylight or moonlight, whatever. So you just sap right over there. Holy fuck. A flash of gray and the gleam of metal, bright, shocking pain opens up in the middle of you. The boy stares at you, eyes round, yellow and shocked. Your laugh comes out wet. Are you laughing? You don't know what else to do. You press a hand to the wound in your stomach, trying to hold the blood in with sheer willpower. You tell him you're just trying to save a little time. What? The boy stares down at the weapon in his hand. A vicious hooked blade that pulled seemingly out of nowhere. A scythe? No, a sickle. Is this kid a communist? Did communists actually use sickles, or were they just sickle thieves? There's so many communist facts that you don't know. The boy continues to stare at his sickle, and he stares at your fingers. He looks back and forth. His sickles, your fingers, his sickle, your fingers. Or more accurately, the blood on his sickle and your fingers. He's gaping at the crimson splashes like he's never seen blood before. His mouth moves, but no sound comes out. He hunches over himself like he's the one who's been gutted. You aren't sure what he does after that because you're suddenly on your back, and all you can see is the sky. You freaked out. Time. You start down the hill, light bleeds further across the horizon, and your pace gets a little less leisurely. The troll boy crosses his arms, his shoulders rounded in a slouch, like he spends a lot of time making himself smaller. His black painted claws are bitten down. You wave a little awkward hello. He rolls his eyes and grabs you by the arm, grip surprisingly strong. He tugs you underneath the shadowed overhang of the balcony. Okay, asshole, what were you doing watching me in my dream like some hornless cast-posing perturbate? I can't even retreat into unconsciousness anymore. Is that it? I won't even slide into the shit relief of death without an alien stalking me. Did one of my friends put you up to this? Was it Solix? Even his favorite pastime, make Karkat's life even more of a constant, effluent shit show. You tell him Karkat. It's definitely a very unusual name that's hard to pronounce. It's not like that. You don't know anyone named Solix, and you didn't need to be creepy. You just found him like you just found him like he looked and decided to follow him home. Karkat, thick eyebrows creeped upward. Okay, you know how that sounds, but you really didn't do it to be weird. You did it for friendship. Crave it, like a mineral. Wow, very normal, Mr. Magic. But you are magic. Okay, maybe not specifically, you don't want to brag, but you can do some pretty magic stuff. Karkat looks incredibly dubious, even more so than Rose had. Who you might have described as politely incredulous. You consider explaining to him all the wild stuff that Jade told you about, games and destiny and things, but you really can't imagine what any of that has to do with this grumpy alien boy. What are the chances? You tell him you can prove it. You can bring him to visit one of his friends. You are so awesome at bringing friends together. You could visit Solix, is it? Karkat makes a noise like a tea kettle being punched. Hell no. That Nookabiter would be self-immolated if I interrupted his coding. I wonder if that was an euphemism. Maybe Karkat is just like scare quotes. I don't have energy to grab his freaky deformed bulges today. Okay, then where does he want to go? Does he have any more friends? I wouldn't call him a friend exactly, more like an endless burden I've been cursed with by the slithering Eldritch gods of the outer reaches. If I didn't occasionally check up on him, he'd space out so far he'd hit a hard vacuum. How do you do this? I'm actually not quite sure, but you don't want to backpedal and suggest to this cool, angry troll boy that you don't know what you're doing. His hand kind of hovers near yours. Hold on? You could hold hands, but you don't want to be too forward. You could also just hold him under the armpits. You think holding me under the armpits is less weird than holding frond stumps? Yeah, sort of. Karkat puts an awkward hand on your elbow, then he frowns, and pushes up your sleeve, lying 3 fingers against your arm. Good dude? Yeah, sorry, you're kinda warm. Thank you. You tell Karkat that he's very warm too. Let's just get this over with. Try to aim for the outside of his side. His less case innocent around, and he's usually too stoned to even notice if the roof came down. And I don't want to try to startle him. Cool, here it goes. I'll pitch back and immediately blunder right into Karkat. Oh my god, could you keep it together for a single fucking glance, Nuggets? You aren't in Karkat's side anymore. You appear to be in the void. Cool. What? Let go of me. You tell Karkat that he's actually the one still holding on to you. He makes an angry noise through his nostrils and releases you from his clammy grasp. He moves away from you and collides with sounds like about 17 mobs all banging into each other and clattering to the ground. God fucking... Something smashes. Surly guzzling. A shower of low noises like marbles over hurdle. What the hell is that? A light finally pops on above you. You appear to be in an alien broom closet with, alien cleaning supplies, I guess? One of the bottles is just clean written all over in permanent marker. You ask Karkat if he meant to transport the two of you into a closet. A bucket rattles as he kicks it. He yelps and jumps backward onto your foot. What the fuck you mean? Karkat, you bottom-feeding asshole. Personal habits are almost as disgusting as your pan-rotting purple words. Why is your paling equipment mixing with your scrub poles? Did you figure nobody would notice? Surprise, nude sucker, I noticed. What the hell? Karkat breaks off after a moment. You realize why. Heavy footsteps shuffle closer. Someone has heard the absolute rumpus tantrum that Karkat's kicking up. Hold up, my brother. I'm in something in the scrub, chubby. Some squeak beast. What's all got self-trapped? The door cracks open. Karkat grabs your arm again. Oh fuck. His shadow looms on the wall, wild hair and tall horns. Oh fuck me. Karkat squeezes your arm so hard it hurts. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. The door opens a little wider and you feel where Karkat's claws have drawn blood. The door creaks open and you panic. You both crash down onto the floor together in Karkat's rest block. Karkat's little horns jab you in the side. What the fuck is that for? Why'd you do that? Because Karkat was freaking the fuck out and you were worried the two of you were in danger? And there was some menacing asshole saying creepy stuff outside the closet door? That is a completely mischaracterization of the scenario and I'm totally disgusted you would even bring it up. It's not a mischaracterization. He was totally losing it. Look, he was clinging to you and so hard it even drew blood. You show him your clawed up arm. Karkat's reaction is immediate and overblown, which you're beginning to gather isn't out of character for him. He starts vigorously examining himself and appears to be checking himself for injuries. No, you insist. He's not the one bleeding. You are. He's so covered up in jeans and sweater that you have no idea how he even get cut in the first place. Wait, this is your blood? Yeah? What's the big deal? Besides the fact that he's totally just scratched the shit out of you, you're willing to let it slide. Though, for friendship reasons. You figure this might just be the way he greets people. It's honestly kind of fucked up. Maybe you should just leave? Wait, what? You're just going to zap the fuck out of here like nothing happened. You can't get out of here. It isn't safe. Not for people like... Karkat pulls himself wearily to his feet. He's still looking at you like you're a bomb that might go off if he steps on. Slowly he extends his own palm and drags a claw against it. Crimson blood beats up and drips to the floor. It isn't safe for people like us. Clearly something is happening here. It's probably a really deep and affectionate moment, but you're not supposed to watch this shoot. You bleed, he bleeds, both of you bleed. Sweet, blood friends. You can fuck with that. How did you get a cerulean hoodie? Did you bag yourself a high blood morale? Now, now that you've established that the two of you do indeed both have blood, Karkat appears to have warmed up to you a bit. He even offers you something called grub juice, which you're pretty sure is just Coke, except not as sweet. It's almost a little salty. You take tiny polite sips and then pour it into the dead plant as soon as Karkat turns his back. You tell him that you're actually sure where you got this sweatshirt. You're just wearing it when you woke up. You don't even remember where that was. You just know that you were standing in front of John's house and you were wearing the hoodie, and you knew it was important, but not why it's important. Possibly because it keeps you from being naked. You didn't realize it belonged to a cerulean, whatever that is. Karkat is looking at you because you aren't making much sense, which is fair, because you really aren't making much sense. You're telling me, so you're a moon-blood alien with amnesia that can also teleport. Oh, yep, and oh yeah, you can time travel too. Don't push it. Karkat sits down at his desk and hits a spacebar on his keyboard. Probably figure out whose cat sign that is. Well, not specifically, unless you got some incredibly unlikely and well-honed husktop skills. You have got no husktop skills, honed or otherwise. Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. Here, just give me a second. Don't break any of my shit. Take a glance around the room, keeping your arms behind your back so as to make sure, absolutely sure you don't break any of his shit. His room is surprisingly tidy for someone as scattered as Karkat. Mostly just weapons and movie posters. It all has the air of someone who doesn't plan to live in a place for very long. It feels temporary. Karkat is typing furiously with his mouth put into a little frown. And that's his default, it appears. Every so often, though, he throws up glances at the cuts on your arm. He's really hung up on your blood. Good news, Captor. Tonight is your lucky night. Finally get a chance to put your money where your dribbling snag-tooth flap is. I need you to do something for me. Okay, if this is more whining about the team leaders, I don't want to hear it. You just don't have the qualities necessary for this sort of scenario. If you're just here to start some sort of slap fight with your regulars, then you should probably go fuck yourself, because I've got actual work I need to do tonight. Oh my god, who gives a fuck about a game I'd dug out a hole in the ground? And what actual work? Like, I even believe that for a second. You mean the actual work of touching yourself while sobering into a rubbercoon? Yeah, hilariously, but we can skip the foreplay for just one time in our lives. All that's going to happen is you saying something you regret and then crypting over whatever or not we're still friends. Okay, first off, fuck you. I don't have time for any of your pathetic burns driving me to counter on with weak sauce. There's actually real serious shit going down. And now that we've wasted like 2 minutes telling each other how busy we are, what the fuck do you want? I need you to check something in the period database for me. Cast records. I want you to do it without asking me why. It's deal. Wait, what the fuck about it? Okay? Absolutely no deal. You didn't even try to tell me to do something incredibly illegal and dangerous. Why do you need cast records? You think ancestors are bullshit? Ancestors are bullshit. Dream nonsense for kids who hate themselves need a connection to something better than they are. Base effects, bulge reach, there's no way any of us are descended from anybody that matters. And why the hell do you want to risk getting called for records if it's a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter? I might have a death wish, but I'm not suicidal. So either tell me what quad up your nook and laid eggs in there, or let me back to work. Okay, fine. I'm only telling you this because we're friends and I trust you. There's this person in my hive. Person? Yeah, they aren't a troll, but they aren't a droid either. Forget they're an alien, but they got a cerulean sign and we're trying to figure out where it came from. Wait, they're not true, but they're cerulean? Sorry, Kika, I'm trying to wrap my pan around this, but I'm pretty sure you're fucking me. Oh my god, can you just run? I'm realizing my voices keep switching, but oh my god, could you just run this? Give me a second, okay? Nobody has a sign or a cast name in a while. Ask the alien friend if they know the name Adlov. Hey, do you know? Oh, what the fuck? You sat back from where you're reading over Karkat's shoulder. Couldn't resist. He was just getting so heated and mad, banging it on the keyboard and making weird little growly noises. You think you just Karkat goes absolutely silent. He's rigid. If he's been a cat, his hairs would be standing straight up. You ask him what's wrong. He shushes you so loudly you almost fall over from shock. You strain, and to the disturbance you think you hear strange, stackly whirling. Suddenly, Karkat explodes into motion, grabbing your arm and pulling you out of his rest block and down the stairs. In the living room, he tugs a thick black blanket from off the back of the couch and pulls up the rug to the center of the room. Beneath it is a trapdoor. What the hell is... Be quiet! Movements are jar and panicky, but also methodical. Jaws set and his eyes are as hard as he unbolts the trapdoor, gives you a hard yank to loosen it up, and props it open. Beneath it is a rectangular pit in the foundation of the house, the size and shape of a shallow grave. This isn't the first time he's done this. You doubt it's even the 10th. So far, Karkat has struck you as a little bit of ridiculous, but now there's something fierce burning in him, something angry and distilled. The sound comes again, closer this time, and you see a hulking shadow out of the window, huge and menacing and armored. Karkat yanks you down into the pit with him and wraps the two of you in a blanket, then closes the trapdoor. You're plunged into darkness so absolute it's like you stopped existing. What the hell's going on? A drone. Karkat's face is squished against your shoulder. Yet the fear in his voice shudders you to the bones. Just a routine check. We should be fine down here. My luskus check this. It hides the temperature. Temperature? Me. Of us. Of our mutation. You don't understand, but that doesn't stop you from being afraid. Impossibly heavy footsteps land on the floor above you. Karkat trembles. God, you have to do something. Out. We'll be fine. Karkat mutters to himself again and again. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So always works. There's no reason to. A rusty grating speech at the trapdoor is wrenched off its hinges. Light pours in. Two giant metal hands reach off into the hole and pluck the both of you out. Karkat wriggles and bites like a cat trying to get free. You don't have a chance. The drone tosses you bodily out of the way. Your head hits the wall, and everything goes a little strange and streaky after that. When you come back to yourself, you're outside the blazing morning heat with Karkat crouched over you. Did the two of you escape? Yeah. His voice is hollow. There's a crimson sweater up to his chin. You realize it must have come from the reopened cuts on your arm. Karkat must have carried you out of his hive. A hive. Behind you, Karkat's house is in flames. You hear the fire combined with the heat of the sun until it feels like the two of you are standing at the edge of hell. My God, did the drone do that? No, my luskus did. I told you, I have an early warning system. Gave me a chance to get out before triggering it. Is he okay? Karkat gives you a look of utter disgust. Gestures toward the burning hive. I very much fucking doubt it. Okay, but the drone is dead, right? So he's safe. Karkat releases a creaky, wheezing sound that takes you a second to realize it's a laugh. Yeah, you really are, Eileen. Where are you even from? It sounds so relaxing. That isn't the only drone, you freak of nature. It's seen my sign. It's heard my voice. I'm on record as call on site. There's absolutely nowhere for me to go. Shit. Okay, well, what about his friends? You really don't think Karkat is in any sort of state to make decisions, so you're making an executive one for both of you. It's hot as shit out here, and your delicate skin is already starting to burn. What is his friend named in Solix? You take Karkat's hand because the two of you are beyond holding each other under the armpits at this point. You appear in a residential street of a city for a second. You think it might have traveled in time before as well, since it's night again suddenly, but then you look up and see the strange purple-blue glimmer in the sky. It's still day, but there's some sort of atmospheric shield between the killer sun and the city. You wonder why there isn't one over where Karkat lives. Maybe it's too far out in the sticks. Karkat yanks his hand out of yours. He's still holding the blanket wrapped the two of you in, staring around, nervous little ticks. He looks even more scared than he had back in his bedroom. Clearly, he doesn't get out much. Fuck! A low chime rings out through his low chimings out the empty street. Karkat pulls out his palm husk out of his pocket and looks at it, like he can't remember what it is. Like everything normal has been wiped away and all that remains is a frozen horror in his eyes. KK, what the fuck? I just saw your name come up on the feed. What are you gonna do, you fucking idiot? You're gonna be a thrush-executioner if you can't just start howling up the call list. I didn't do anything, Solo Sky. There's some stuff about me you don't know. Okay, what the hell? Okay, well, first of all, I'm right outside your hive stem. What? What are you talking about? Is this mutant stuff? Who gives a shit about that? TZ knows, too. She says she can taste our blood color through the screen, which is all kind of freaky. How does that even work? The screens aren't scratch and sniff. How the fuck? That doesn't matter. Wow. I actually do not give a crap about any of Treasure's crackling bullshit right now. Everything is fucked forever. As if in agreement, a familiar cracking roll starts up somewhere close by. You and Karkat look at each other in almost comedic distress. I have to go. Just come up here, okay? We'll figure this shit out. No, absolutely fucking not. Oh my god, you oddly imbecile. You think your little pen sparks could do anything against a culling drone? You have a death wish, but I'm not gonna assist you in a hysterical shit-fit suicide. You don't know anything about me or my death wish, KK? Come upstairs. No. Don't make me tell you how much I hate you. Karkat throws his palm husk on the pavement, shattering the screen. Tears drip off his jaw in blurry streaks of red. Get me out of here, and don't you dare ask me what's wrong. Don't. Get him out of here. To all over. Locale to locale. You take a grand tour of Alternia, a place where you shouldn't know the name of, but you do. And everywhere you go, you hear that telltale grating whirl. Karkat was right. Wherever he goes, the drones follow. After a certain point, it just becomes routine. You teleport to a random location, and the sound of you two just sort of loaf around until you hear the sound of it in the distance. By the time starts to set, you are both exhausted, must have zapped all over the planet. You find yourself back on the greasy fields, most likely somewhere near Karkat's smallish hive. Smoke hangs fetid in the evening air. Karkat's eyes are so dull, his hair are tangled masses of curls so thick they look like twisted wire. Figured out why the thing didn't fucking work. What thing? He shakes the blanket which he's been holding up all day, last remnant of what is likely by now is just a smoking wreck. The mutes in there were too warm. Years of perfecting my hiding like an oink beast from the slaughter technique, and it's all decimated by some clueless asshole in a hoodie. Just Karkat out of here having a normal one, getting fucked up in the waste chute by the inexorable march of fate in the universe. I met someone with the same deformity as me, and they immediately ruined my life. This is why I don't let people into my hive. Karkat, there's so much hatred wrapped in his voice, in his words, you don't hatred for you. Ask him what you can do. You want to fix this? I think you've done enough. Karkat bundles himself in the blanket. Even though it isn't cold, he turns away. That looks really cool, but it's also really sad. And now, you're pretty tolerant, cold dude. You're generally down for whatever, but lying in the shallow grave while a troll digs snubby little horns into your ribs, and mechanical monsters saunter around upstairs. That's kind of a lot, even for you. So you do really the only thing responsible friend can. Get your friend the fuck out of Dodge. It was really cool of Jade to have us all over. It felt like my birthday present, kind of, especially since all my other presents got lost in the mail. Actually, the only one that didn't get lost was a little dad got me. He gave it to me a week early, almost like he knew that something weird was going to happen to the rest of my gifts. Sure, yeah, I'm happy for you, dude. Cool that your dad got you an unbelievably crappy shit to you before you got thrown in the little garbage where it frankly belongs. But why are you wasting my part of valuable word count blabbing about your fucking little monster poster? Who actually cares? I don't know, I just figured some people might want to know about it. Whack. Oh, hey. Dave and Jod have propped up the futon, gaming the way only bros can game, i.e. with several bags of chips and a mostly empty 2-liter Mountain Dew on the couch between them. Yeah, dog, saving room for Jesus and snacks. Oh, hey, Mr. Mailman. You wave hello and try to catch your breath. You're a little unbalanced from the brutal shift between being buried alive to a chill Texan day with a couple guys being dudes. Wait, how did they even get back from Jade's? Oh wait, it turns out her dog can teleport. Wow, right, who knew? I don't think Beck can time travel though. So no way, you aren't to be out of the job or anything. I'm preferably going to ask you to send me back to my place before my dad realizes I've been gone this long. I don't think he'll call the cops on you, but I just want to be on the safe side. By the way, who the fuck is this? And Liz like, okay. Oh yeah, Karkat. You're like curled up on the couch with the blanket still wrapped around him. He's breathing very heavily and sort of clutching at the carpet. Yeah, got a stuffy nose. You lean down to make sure he's cool while telling Dave and John that he's an alien from another planet. You figured you can bring him here since shit got a little too hot back in alien land. Oh. Dope, I guess. Hey dude. Hey. He's an alien? Like a real alien? Yeah, John, Jesus Christ, look, he's got little horns. Yeah, I can see that. But come on, aliens? Okay, so this is where you draw the line. Our friend living alone on an island with nothing but her magical dog and taxidermy grandpa who she stuffed herself isn't where you draw it. A teleporting fake mailman in a hoodie who just wants to be bros isn't where you draw it. I guess you have a point. All this stuff just feels so normal now. So I guess in theory you could bring us to visit this alien planet, maybe. Not that it's probably anything I'd actually want to do. This place is probably stink as F. You never catch me in space. Space isn't the place. Oh, damn, write that down. You love a good side of freestyle any day of the week, but this isn't the day, Rat, so you return your focus back to you. Holy fuck, ready to go. Oh yeah, the little dude just scurried out the door. Probably should have mentioned that. God damn it, you just brought Karkat to Earth and you already lost him. Same friend you are. You zap down to the ground of the apartment building. Nothing. You zap to the stairwell and look up. Nothing. No little alien boy with a blanket. Shit, damn it. Remembering the time you met Dave, you zap up to the roof. Find Karkat standing silhouetted against the turgid Texas sky, shimmering of heat haze, making look strangely artificial. He's shading his eyes and staring up at the sun. Hey dude, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh wow, thank you so much for the advice. I'm way too stupid to know not to look directly into a burning ball of fire. The pain is intense and searing, but I'm just a dumb fucking animal. By the way, this sun is pathetic. Well, this is another planet and another sun. Yes, thank you. He drops his hand and turns back to you. There's still cobwebs in his hair from the crawl space. Is this where you're from? You think so? Maybe? You don't remember very much about yourself, but you seem to know much more about Earth than you do about Alternia. You don't remember very much about the place at all, except that it's called Alternia, apparently. This all feels, I don't know, wrong? Or just really fucking weird? You zapped in and dragged me out of my hive to an alien planet where the sun isn't hot enough to burn. Well, it's definitely hot enough to burn, it just takes a little longer. Shut up, I wasn't finished. Before you shut up, Solix is telling me about this game that one of his friends found. We're all supposed to play it together and, I don't know, some stuff would have happened? I don't know why it feels like that. Oh, that's me. I don't know why it feels like that matters. I just feel it's hard to describe. Flattened out. Yeah, I feel you. You stand and you and Karkat both jump. Dave has ninja'd up to the stairs and leaning casually about against the brick wall. Shit, how long has he been standing there? Where's John? Oh, he just disappeared. Wait, what? Yeah, here's it's this weird swirling wormhole just opened up in the TV and sucked him right in. What? Yeah, lol, I'm fucking with you. John's in the bathroom. But I feel it. I had you for a second, didn't I? Absolutely sounds like something that could happen these past couple days. Oh yeah, hilarious. He sure got you. I'm pretty sure the scene moved up here so you could talk to Karkat without Dave coming in and making all of this about him again. Dave adjusts his shades. An extremely weird thing to say, but yeah, horny dude. I mean, guy with horns. Are you talking to me? We're supposed to play a game too, together as a group or some shit. Right! Gigi told you about the game. A game that was supposed to change everything. It's sort of a shit that makes me get this feeling you know more about what's going on than you're telling us. You don't. You swear you didn't. You have no idea why any of this is happening, or maybe not happening? There's just some sort there is just some sort of stuff you seem to know, but not until you absolutely have to. It's just sort of that it's very important that you brought Kakarot here. Why? How the fuck do you have anything to do with these hornless freaks? Standing right here, bro, my god. But yeah, that's a pretty good point now that I think about it. You said it's important for you to bring him here, like, here specifically. To my apartment. Yeah. Why? Right? Sure. You just have this intense feeling that it's imperative that the two of them are friends. Right? Weird, but alright. Ray, do you ever play Tony Hawk? Victory! And I think that's it, because I think... yeah, that's it. Well, I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, wherever it might lead you into the future. Bye-bye, everybody.